Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 1 of the North-South Challenge. Rutland High Red Raiders hosting Spaulding Crimson Tide. Ball controlled in the backcourt by Lauren Fabian of Rutland. Over to Lindsay Boyle, Logan Boyle on the wing. And Lauren Fabian across the top of the key, dishes, and a shot up by Kristen Switzer. Foul underneath. Alicia Violet, first foul at the line for the Rutland Raiders. Faith Kavakis, first shot off to the right. Starting lineup for Rutland High Raiders: Lauren Fabian, Jordan Del Bianco, Logan Boyle, Faith Kavakis, Kristen Switzer. Second shot for Kavakis. In and out and knocked out by Rutland. Spaulding will return with their starters: Megan LaCours, Katie Thigeson, Emily Violet, Caitlin Boucher, and Alicia Violet. Long pass down court to Caitlin Boucher, and it's knocked out of bounds. Good hustle attempt by Logan Boyle. Spaulding to inbound underneath. We're 27 seconds into the first quarter of this game. Rutland 1-1. Spaulding is 0-2 coming into the contest. Three-point shot right wing, off the rim, attempted by Thigeson, and it's run down in the backcourt by Violet to her twin sister, Alicia Violet. And they're going to count a three-point shot and a quick officials timeout for an injury. Logan Boyle limps off the court and being attended to right now by coach and trainer. 3-0 in the early going, Spaulding Crimson Tide. Fabian in the backcourt, pushing it up the floor to the wing. In for Rutland with her first shot, Maya Drake. Rebounded by Boucher. Boucher on the wing, Thigeson down low. LaCours, a little give and go between Thigeson and LaCours. First foul, Lauren Fabian. Two shots for Spaulding's Katie Thigeson. First shot good by Katie Thigeson. Second shot is away. Katie Thigeson, all 5 points right now, 5-0 Spaulding. Fabian brings it up one-on-one, being harassed in the backcourt by Alicia Violet. Dishes to Kavakis. Kavakis left wing. Three-point shot attempt by Kristen Switzer. Rebound taken down by Megan LaCours, and it's thrown away. The ball will go back to Rutland High. This will be their third possession. They've got decent shots. Nothing seems to be working just yet. Inbounding. And there's an off-the-ball foul called on Alicia Violet. That is her second early. Alicia Violet is going to take a seat, and substituting for her is Britlin Laskowski. Ball left wing. Back to the inbound passer, Fabian. She nails the three. 5-3, Spaulding. Emily Violet penetrates, dishes to Caitlin Boucher. Boucher back to Violet. Violet swings the ball. Thigeson with it, passing down low on the attempt. It's going to be a loose ball foul. Number 22, Faith Kavakis, her first, team second. Thigeson inbounds to LaCours. LaCours swings across court to Violet. Violet back to Thigeson. Thigeson in the paint. A little strong off the glass. Ball's going to stay here out of bounds. Off of number 12, Lauren Fabian. Excuse me, off number 22, Faith Kavakis. Thigeson to inbound. Up top. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound, fought for and pulled down. Jordan Del Bianco up ahead of the pack. Two-point basket by Lauren Fabian. We're knotted up at 5. A minute and 15 into the ball game. 2:15 into it. Three-point shot. Caitlin Boucher drains a 3. Spaulding back up by 3, 8-5. Lauren Fabian from the top of the key. Looks like they're going to trade threes here. Thigerson with the rebound. Off to Emily Violette. Spaulding. First timeout, 30-second timeout on the floor. Eight to 5 in the early going here in the girls South game 2 of the girls side. Earlier, Essex and Mount Anthony played, and we don't have results of that game at the moment. Spaulding coach Thurman Wilder. Quick timeout, just a 30, trying to regroup his troops as they lead right now 8 to 5. Thigerson inbounding. Emily Violette. Violette swings it left to LaCours. Stolen at the top by Fabian. Fabian recovers, takes it under control. The Raiders are going to set. Three-point shot by Kavakis. Rattles, no good. Tipped, knocked away, and into the hands of Kristen Switzer with her first bucket. It's now 8 to 7. Spaulding up the floor fast. In transition. Thigerson on the right wing. Thigerson kicks, long shot off the backboard by Laskowski. Rebounded and controlled. Raiders push it up the right side. Two-point basket in transition. Kristen Switzer. Her first two. Raiders have their first lead of the game. It's 9 to 8 with 4:41 to go in the first. Little ball handling troubles for Spaulding. They come up the floor, jack up a quick one. Not a good shot. Rebounded by Rutland, controlled by Kavakis. Up the right wing. She's double-teamed, triple-teamed. Kicks it off. The ball is swung. And Maya Drake drains a 3. Raiders jump up. Raiders up 11 to 8. Quick transition. Good defensive transition by the Raiders to get back, causing a travel. First turnover by Spaulding. Substitution in the game for Spaulding, number 14, Paige McNally, in for Brittany Laskowski. Drake inbounds. Switzer to Kavakis. Back to Drake, left wing. At the foul line. Jordan Del Bianco drains a 2. The Raiders have hit their last 4 shots in a row, I believe. 4 minutes into it. They went from an 8-5 deficit. They're on an 8-0 run right now. They lead 13 to 8. Contact out front. Looks like there's going to be a foul. First foul on Kristen Switzer. Coach Thurman Wilder took that 30-second timeout, and Nate Belomo's Red Raiders responded quite well to that. They've drained 4 in a row. 5-point lead. In the front court, Spaulding controls right wing. LaCours in low. Thigerson misses. Battle for rebound goes out of bounds. Spaulding maintains control. Substitutions in for Rutland. Molly Turgeon and number 25, Claire Olson. Thigerson to inbound. Up to the top of the circle. Elizabeth Clark. Clark trying to pass, stolen by Switzer. Switzer's going to take it all the way to the basket. No good, no contact, clean. And they're on the floor scrambling for the ball. Ball comes out to Thigerson. Thigerson kicks it back. McNally. McNally to Violette. Violette at the top of the circle. Coach Thurman yells him out. Gets his instructions. Raiders playing man-to-man. Elizabeth Clark, undecided with the ball, tries dribble penetration into the key. Defensive foul on number 23, Kristen Switzer. That's going to be her second foul. Quick substitution. Fabian's back in the game for Switzer. Spaulding's going to maintain possession, and they will inbound underneath their own basket. Rutland High goes a 2-3 zone on the inbound. Thigeson to inbound. Up top, over the head of Violet. Ball goes into the backcourt. She controls it. Possession. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Spaulding has the ball. Right wing. Clark jacks a three. No good. Rebound lost and controlled by Spaulding with 2:53 left. Rutland High 13, Spaulding 8. Spaulding jumped out to a quick lead. Clark in the right corner. 3-ball. Got it. 13-11 Rutland. Fabian in the backcourt has someone wide open on the wing. Swings it to the left. Kavakis on the left wing. Flashing to the high post is Casarino. Casarino back to Kavakis. Kavakis to Casarino. Nate Belomo going to call a quick timeout. He is calling for a full timeout. His first. 2:32 left in the first quarter. Raiders 13. Spaulding 11. Raiders maintain possession. They're inbounding at midcourt. Kavakis inbounds to Fabian. Fabian waits for them to get set. And they go into the flex. Turgeon on the top. Cross-court pass to Olsen. Olsen back to Casarino. Casarino launches. 3-ball is good. Raiders 16-11. They go into a full-court press. Full-court man-to-man. Violet up top, under control. Top of the key. Left wing to McNally. McNally drives baseline. Cut off. Got the shot away. Got her own rebound on the miss. Kicks it back to Duff. Duff up to Clark. Clark on the left wing to number 14, McNally. McNally inside. Duff throws one up, no good. And there's a pushing foul, loose ball foul, number 15. Annie Duff, that's her first foul. Rutland will take possession. 1:46 left to go in the first quarter. On the floor for Rutland. Turgeon, Fabian, Casarino, Kavakis, and it looks like Olsen. Ball to the right wing. Left wing over to Kavakis. Kavakis misses a high post. Top of the key, 3-ball. Fabian, high off the rim. No good. Rebound by Claire Olsen, gets it swatted away. Back to the top of the circle. Fabian, another 3 from the same spot. Second miss. Ball out of bounds, going to be controlled and taken over by Spaulding. 1:19 to go in the first quarter. Raiders 16, Spaulding 11. Thigeson inbounds to McNally. McNally takes it all the way to the rack. 2 points, and it's now 13, excuse me. 3-point deficit. Minute 11 to go in the first quarter. Kavakis on the left wing. Stops her dribble. She's picked up, swings it to Fabian, top of the circle. Cross court swing over to Casarino. Casarino back to Fabian. Fabian back to the left wing. Switzer off the mark with a 3-ball. Raiders back and forth. Fast-paced action, number 22. Kavakis from the left wing. She has 2. It's 18-13. Full court press. Man-to-man press by the Raiders in the backcourt. Behind the back dribble, Violet, the junior, over to the left wing, Thigeson. Thigeson fakes inside, passes off to McNally at the foul line. She doinks one off the backboard. Rebound controlled by Olsen. We have a held ball, possession arrow in favor of Spaulding. More substitutions into the game. Del Bianco back in for the Raiders, and I can't see who. 2 substitutions for Spaulding. 23 and 15. Clark on the wing. Whistle on the play. Holding off the ball foul on Jessica Casarino. That's her first. Rutland with 17.9 in the first quarter. They're up 5 points, 18-13. Coach Belomo calls out split. Spaulding drops into a 2-3 zone. Fabian at the top. Fabian just pops it. 17.5 feet. No good. Rebound. Number 14, Del Bianco. She got it away, but it was partially blocked. We're going to go into the second quarter with Rutland High leading 18-13. We'll take a break. Raiders to inbound. They maintain possession going into the start of the second quarter with a 18-13 lead. Fabian dribbles to the right wing. has it knocked away by Clark. Ball goes into the backcourt. No backcourt called, which is fine. Kavakis on the left wing, and she travels. Turnover. Spaulding maintains possession now, so they hold on the first possession to start the second quarter. Thygesen inbounds to Boucher. Boucher's back in. Boucher to Clark. Clark to the top of the key. LaCours jacks a three, no good. Rebound controlled by Clark, and she dishes underneath to Thygesen, who gets fouled by Kavakis. That's her second. Team's fifth for the Raiders. Thygesen goes to the line to shoot two. 7:35, early going in the second quarter. Nate Belomo's Red Raider team started down 8-5, and they went on a 13-5 run. They're now up 18-13, 5-point lead. 18-14 as Thygesen sinks the first of her two. And number 13, Maya Drake, checks back into the game to give Kavakis a break. Second shot by Thygesen is good. 18-15, 7:35 to go, second quarter. Full court pressure applied. Zone pressure by the Crimson Tide. Broken by the Raiders, up court pass. Maya Drake, back to the point guard, Fabian. Fabian, back to Drake, left wing, three ball. Short rimmed, controlled by Boucher. Boucher for Spaulding. Sends it up, long shot, three ball by Clark, no good, air ball. Scrambling in the right front court. There's going to be a foul. Rutland controlled the miss on the air ball. Fouls on number 12, Thygesen. Her first, team fourth, I believe. Rutland to control in the backcourt. Drake inbound to Fabian. Fabian sets him. Has the ball knocked loose briefly. Swings it to Casarino. Casarino to the high post, Del Bianco. Del Bianco left wing to Drake. Top of the circle. Fabian with a three, no good. That ball goes out of bounds, controlled by Spaulding. So other than two free throws by Katie Thygesen, no field goals made by either team. A little lackadaisical here in the start of the second quarter. And into the front court. Thygesen fires the three, no good. Battle for the rebound, LaCours. It's knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Spaulding. 6:39 to go, second quarter. Lady Raiders by three, 18-15. Inbound, LaCours swings it to Boucher. Boucher to Thygesen, back to Boucher, top of the circle. Long three, no good. Follows her shot, gets her own rebound, and is fouled by Jessica Casarino. That'll be her second. Team sixth. Boucher goes to the line to shoot two. Coach Thurman Wilder encouraging his team to keep working as they battle back. First shot, no good. Substitution number 20, Emily Violette. Back in, substitute for Elizabeth Clark. Second shot, Boucher knocks it in. 18-16, 2-point game. Raiders in the lead. Backcourt, full court pressure, followed by Thygesen. That's going to be her second. Aggressive play, not a great foul in the backcourt. Crimson Tide, 2-2-1 full court press. Raiders inbound, Fabian dribbling left side of the court. Over to Drake. Drake back to the center of the court. Launches it up to Casarino. Casarino pushes it down right wing. Back to the top to Drake. Drake dishes inside. Olsen spins, turns, no good. Rebound by Boucher. Boucher to Violette. Violette pushes up to Thygesen. Thygesen stops, thinks better of the shot, gets it back to Violette. Violette out to LaCours. She jacks a three, no good. Rebound controlled by Rutland High. Claire Olsen. And it's turned over. Back to Spaulding. Underneath to Thygesen. Thygesen round. Claire Olsen drops it for two. We have a tie ball game. 5:42 to go. Second quarter. Foul in the backcourt. Number 23, Caitlin Boucher, her first foul. I believe that's the team's sixth team foul. 5:41, tie ball game. To the line for Rutland, Jessica Casarino, shooting two. Substitution, dead ball sub. Clark back in for Caitlin Boucher. Shea goes to the bench, 1 foul, 4 points. Thigerson leading Spaulding with a 3-pointer and 3 free throws, 6 points. Casarino at the line. In the bonus. First shot's no good. Controlled by Rutland and stepped out of bounds. Good hustle rebound by Jordan Del Bianco, but she caught her foot on the baseline. 5:39 to go. Tie ball game, 18 apiece. No pressure by the Raiders. Spaulding will bring the ball up in the backcourt. It's Violet to the right wing. Clark. Clark looks, skip pass to LaCours. LaCours in the corner to Thigerson. Baseline drive. Soft touch, no good. Gets her own rebound. Spaulding takes their first lead since they went down 9-8. They are now up 20-18 with 5:18 to go in the second quarter. Rutland coach Nate Belomo calls his second timeout of the half. This one's a full with 5:15 to go. Raiders to inbound after a full timeout called by Coach Belomo. Down 20-18, 5:12 to go, second quarter. Spaulding sits in a zone. Ball gets dropped inside. Jordan Del Bianco. Nice little spin move off the glass. Ties the game at 20. Pressure to the backcourt. Spaulding comes up to the front court. Number 4, Laskowski into the game. She puts one off the board, fights for her own rebound. Controlled by Del Bianco. Del Bianco up to Fabian. Fabian in the lane. She takes it out. Kicks it to Casarino. Casarino back to Fabian. They slow it down. Fabian at the top of the circle. Flash post. Del Bianco not there. Swings it to Drake. Drake to Casarino. Casarino to Del Bianco. Del Bianco drives the lane. Little contact. She gets a shot off. No good. Rebound controlled by Clark for Spaulding, and they're coming the other way. Tie ball game. Clark dishes off for a 3-point attempt. Laskowski, nothing. Clark gets the rebound, puts it home. It's 22-20 with 4:12 to go in the second quarter. Fabian brings it up. Middle of the court. Swing to Del Bianco. Del Bianco looks. Finds Casarino. Top of the circle. Casarino looking for a cutter. She finds Maya Drake in the lane. Drops one off the glass. Tied at 22. We're going back and forth here. Both teams feeling each other out here in the second quarter. Trading buckets. Down low to the low block. Missed little turnaround by LaCours. LaCours fought for the rebound, didn't get it. The Raiders control. Fabian in the front court. Dishes to Del Bianco. Del Bianco to Drake. Drake down low to Olsen. Spin move in the lane. Nice footwork by Claire Drake. Raiders go back up 24-22. Coach Wilder for Spaulding calls his play from the sideline. Wing pass is stolen by Del Bianco. She goes coast to coast. No good. Rebound by Casarino. Couldn't get it. It's kicked back out. Top of the circle. Maya Drake for a 3-ball. No good. Fought for the rebound. Claire Olsen underneath. One dribble. Couldn't get it to go. Controlled by Spaulding. Violet in the backcourt. Violet slows the pace down. Looking for Thigerson on the wing. Doesn't take it. Thigerson crossing baseline. A triple screen for Thigerson. Left corner. 3-ball. Short rimmed it. No good. Offensive rebound by LaCours. And they turn it over. A great play. They set up a triple screen for Thigerson. Wide open 3. She missed it. Now Raiders control coast to coast. Fabian blocked by LaCours. And LaCours turns it over. Back up to Del Bianco. Del Bianco slows it down. 2 people open underneath. They're going to pull it out. Nate Belomo wants him to pull it, reset, slow things down. It's 24-22. 2:19 to go in the second quarter. Del Bianco on the right wing. Drives it toward the baseline. Clean block. And Rutland will maintain possession with 2:11 to go. Trading baskets 24-22. Rutland High in favor. Couple substitutions by Coach Wilder, I'm sorry. Raiders going to inbound. Spaulding goes 2-3 zone on the inbound. Fabian to Olsen. Olsen to the top. Back down to the corner. Up to the top. Back to Drake. Back to Fabian. Fabian to Drake. Drake to Casarino. 3-ball left wing. Short. Fight for the rebound. And there's going to be a rebounding loose ball foul. Going to go against Casarino, I believe. No, foul on number 14, Jordan Del Bianco. That's her first. I believe that's team 7th. Put Spaulding in the bonus, and it looks like number 14, Paige McNally, to the line. She's going to have a 1-on-1 with 1:57 to go in the second quarter. Raiders up 24-22. First shot up and away. It's good. She'll get another one. 24-23. First one is good by McNally. Second shot on its way. No good. Rebound Del Bianco. Del Bianco pushes up to Fabian. Fabian slows it. Coach Paloma barks it out from the sideline. Fabian to Del Bianco. Del Bianco to Drake. Drake inside. Olsen has it knocked away. Controlled by Violet. Violet pushes it up. She's going to take it down. Driving the lane, and there's going to be an offensive foul off the ball. McNally. McNally tried to set a screen. Did not get her feet set. Ball goes the other way with 1:34 to go. Rutland High leads 24-23. Substitutions into the game for Rutland. Casarino and Drake come off the floor to get a breather. Switzer back in the game, as well as Kavakis. Fabian at the top of the circle. Penetrates to the right. Double screen set for Switzer. Switzer top of the key. Swings it to Del Bianco. There's a loose ball foul. Loose ball foul on Caitlin Boucher, Spaulding. It's going to put Jordan Del Bianco on the line with a chance to give the Raiders a 3-point lead. Substitutions back in for Spaulding. Number 12, Katie Thigeson goes back in, and number 15, Annie Duff. On the line, Jordan Del Bianco with 1:19 to go in the second quarter. Del Bianco, chance to give the Raiders a lead, build on their lead. First shot's up and away. It's good, 25-23. Second shot coming up for Jordan Del Bianco. Both teams seem to have relatively good depth. Good substitutions. They've gone at least 8, and Spaulding's gone 9 deep, I believe. Second shot, Jordan Del Bianco to put the Raiders up 3. No good. They maintain a 2-point lead with 1:19 to go. Second quarter. In the front court. Off to the wing. Katie Thigeson had an open look, and her coach, after the traveling call, encouraged her to shoot that shot. 1:10 to go. Second quarter. Fabian takes it up, slow paced. Spaulding sits back in a 2-3 zone. Raiders patiently working around the perimeter. Kavakis left wing, looks inside, nothing. Swings to Fabian. Fabian back to Kavakis. Kavakis back to Fabian, playing toss and catch. Right wing swing to Kavakis, back to Fabian. Back to Kavakis. Kavakis back to Fabian. Fabian left wing. Kavakis jacks one up short. Air ball. Rebound, Katie Thigeson. Thigeson gets it out to Violet. Violet's going to slow it down. There's 36 seconds. Coach Thurman Wilder asking his team to go for one shot. 31 seconds. Spaulding down 2, 25-23. Thigeson high in the left wing. Back to Violet. Violet goes down to the middle of the lane. Kicks it to her twin sister. Up to the top. Violet. Back to Thigeson. Back to Violet. Back to Thigeson. Thigeson left wing. Raiders happy to sit in a 2-3 zone. Violet, top of the key, 9 seconds left. 7. Thigeson looks with someone in her face. Jacks 3 from the right corner, no good. 2 seconds left. Raiders have a chance. They can't get a shot away, but they're going to be just as happy with a 25-23 lead going into the halftime break. Welcome back to the start of the second half in the North-South Girls Challenge. Rutland High leading 25-23 over the Spaulding Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide inbounds. They maintain possession to start the half. Violet swings to the top of the key to twin sister Violet. Down low to Thigeson. Thigeson has it partially blocked by Jordan Del Bianco. They turn it back over. Thigeson misses another one. Raiders push it up. Jordan Del Bianco controls in the front court. She lays one up and is fouled by number 20, Emily Violet. Violet's first foul. Jordan Del Bianco goes to the line. She'll have 2 shots. Del Bianco eyes it. She fires, and nothing but net on the first one. Gives the Raiders a 3-point lead, 26-23, 7:36 to go. Start of the third quarter. Second shot, Jordan Del Bianco eyes it. Lines it up, and it's good. 2 for 2 on that trip. Raiders take a 4-point advantage. They start off the scoring for the second half. Boucher in the front court, drives the lane. She's going to be called for an offensive foul. Faith Kavakis stepped in to take the charge. Coach Malone was happy with that call. They're going to take the possession. They'll start in the backcourt. Kavakis draws the foul on Boucher. Caitlin Boucher, number 23, I believe that's her third foul. Second on the team to start the half. Full court pressure by the Crimson Tide. Raiders swing it from right to left in the front court. Del Bianco hits Fabian. Fabian back to Kavakis. Kavakis to Drake. Back to Kavakis. Back to Fabian. Fabian at the top. Right wing Switzer. Skip pass. Fabian. Left wing 3-ball. Didn't catch anything out of bounds. It's going to be controlled by Spaulding going the other way. Second possession by Spaulding. Rutland High going man-to-man. Full court pressure. Double team in the backcourt. Thygeson. Thygeson to the right side to LaCours. LaCours, center of the court. Boucher drops it off to Alicia Violette. Has the ball knocked away by, I believe that was number 14, Jordan Del Bianco. Spaulding to inbound underneath their own basket. Rutland settles into a 2-3 zone on the inbound. LaCours swings it, top of the circle. Turned over. Lauren Fabian on the go. Nice dish pass to Kristen Switzer. Misses, gets her own rebound, puts it back up. And Spaulding controls. Foul going to be on number 12, Lauren Fabian. Fabian with a reaching foul after Spaulding controlled the inbound. Thygeson to inbound. Raiders set up in a 3-2 full court press. Inbound. Thygeson to Violet. Violet to LaCours. LaCours takes it down the left sideline. Little push off. Controls it at the 3-point line. Down in the corner. Violet turns it over. Controlled by Fabian. And it's 2-on-2. They pull it out. Switzer pulls it back to Kavakis. Back to Fabian. Fabian to the right wing. Maya Drake. Skip pass. Switzer. Down in the corner. Back out to Fabian at the top. Left wing. 3-ball Switzer. No good. Rebound Del Bianco. Del Bianco's all over the floor to start the second half for Coach Belomo and the Raiders. Raiders recontrol. Right wing. Maya Drake. Back to the top to Fabian. Left wing to Switzer. Switzer inside to Kavakis. Back out to Fabian. Left side. Left wing. Raiders moving the ball rapidly against this 2-3 zone by Crimson Tide. Switzer. 17-footer. No good off the back of the rim. Almost tracked down by Jordan Del Bianco. Goes out of bounds off of her, and Spaulding's going to control. 5:51 to go. Third quarter. Raiders 27. Crimson Tide 23. Full court pressure again by the Raiders. Control in the backcourt by LaCours. LaCours hits Elizabeth Clark, and she is fouled hard by Faith Kavakis. Third foul on Kavakis. 3 on Boucher for Spaulding. 3 on Kavakis for Rutland. Only 2 players on the floor or in the game with 3 fouls. To the bench goes Kavakis. Substituted by Olsen. Spaulding controls in the front court. Thygeson on the right wing. Back up to Violet. Violet back to Thygeson. Right wing in the corner. Hassled by Drake. Back to the top of the circle. Back down right wing. Thygeson jacks a 3. That's the first 3 she's converted on. She missed her last 3 or 4 shots. They cut the lead to 1. 27-26. Raiders control. Right wing. Back to the top. It's Fabian. Fabian pulls it out. 2-3 zone by Spaulding. Fabian dribbling. Nowhere to go. Sends it to the right wing. Switzer. Switzer back to Fabian. Top of the circle. Swing pass to Drake. Back to Fabian. Fabian to Switzer. Right wing. Inside. Jordan Del Bianco. And she's called for traveling. Nice inside pass. Jordan Del Bianco turned into just a wall of Spaulding defenders. Spaulding's going to control. 27-26 Raiders. 4:56 to go. Third quarter. Rutland settling into that full court pressure. Substitution for Rutland. Number 4, Jessica Casarino, gives Lauren Fabian a break. Thigeson to inbound for Spaulding. Spaulding into Violet. Violet back to Thigeson. Thigeson, tallest player on the squad right now for Spaulding, and she brings the ball up the court to Violet. Thigeson top of the circle. Thigeson to Clark. Clark skip pass to Violet. Violet jacks a three, air. Run down by Clark. Clark finds Thigeson down low, and she's going to be fouled as she turns and tries to get to the basket. Molly Turgeon for the Red Raiders, her first foul, her first time on the floor tonight. 4:35 to go, third quarter. Lady Raiders 27, Spaulding 26. The Raiders had the lead in the first quarter, 18-13. As the first shot by Thigeson is up, it's good. She ties the game at 27. Rutland was outscored 10-7 in the second and went into the locker room with that 25-23 point lead. 25-23. Now it's all knotted up, 27. Second shot for Thigeson. She drains it. Spaulding has regained the lead. It's 28-27. They go full court, 3-2 press. Rutland breaks that relatively easily. Olsen swings it. It's onto the right wing. Number 4, Casarino, no good. Rebound by Olsen, puts it back up. Raiders take a lead, 29-28, 4:18 third quarter. Violet takes it up against Rutland's man-to-man, swings to her twin sister. The other Violet, back to her sister, low block right side, no good, has it partially blocked, Raiders control. Switzer pushes it up to Casarino. Casarino called for traveling on the right wing. Spaulding will get another crack at it. Caitlin Boucher back into the game after taking a breather with her third foul. 4 minutes to go, midway through the third quarter. 29-28 Raiders. Long pass on the inbound. McNally lays it up, no good. Follow up by, that was Violet. Couldn't get it to go. Rutland's going to control the ball. They get it out of bounds call. A little scramble underneath the basket. I couldn't even follow that one. Ball inbounds, Switzer. Switzer to Casarino. Casarino middle of the floor to Olsen. Olsen stops at the foul line, kicks it. Drake for outside right wing. Now it's on the left wing to Casarino. Top of the circle. Back to Drake. 3-ball right side, no good. Follows her shot. Couldn't get on it, and she fouls. It's either going to be a foul on. They call it on Molly Turgeon, her second. Loose ball foul. Spaulding to inbound in the backcourt. Rutland man-to-man full court pressure now. Violet bringing the ball up. Emily Violet, number 20, left wing. She gets a screen from Thigeson. Out to Thigeson. 2 steps back behind the three-point line, no good. Rebound, Paige McNally, and she's fouled on the putback. We'll see who the foul's on. That foul's on Molly Turgeon. She picks up a quick third foul here in the third quarter. There's 3:20 to go in this quarter. Rutland leads 29-28. Paige McNally. First of 2 is good. We're all square, 29 apiece. Turgeon comes out of the game with her third. Switzer out for Rutland, as well as Maya Drake. On the floor for the Raiders. McNally misses her second. Deadlocked, 29 apiece. Traveling in the backcourt is called. Spaulding's going to maintain. If I get a chance, I'll try to go through the rosters here to let you know who's on the floor. Right now, Thigeson's going to inbound under their own basket for Spaulding. Raiders settle into a 2-3 zone. They spread it out on the baseline. Spaulding coach Thurman Wilder doesn't like what he sees. He calls a 30-second timeout with 3:17 to go, third quarter. Raiders 29, Spaulding 29. (25-23) at the half. Low scoring start to the second quarter. It's 6 points scored by Spaulding this quarter so far to Rutland High's 4. Both teams have gone full court, changing from man-to-man to zone pressure. Rutland seems to have settled into a 2-3 zone in their half-court set. Not a lot of points scored by either team. Lots of turnovers. I guestimate probably 4 or 5 turnovers each team to start this third quarter. 3:17 to go. Spaulding to inbound. Raiders settle into zone. Inbound to Leskowski. Leskowski back to Thigeson. Thigeson to Boucher for three. Short rims it. Fought for a rebound. Controlled by Jordan Del Bianco. Del Bianco off to Fabian. Fabian pushes it up to the left side. Maria Rowe into the game. Rowe back to Fabian. Fabian to Casarino. Casarino in the high post. Olsen kicks it back. We're on the left wing to Rowe. Knocked away by number 23, Caitlin Boucher for Spaulding. 2:52 to go, third quarter. Rutland maintains in the front court. Inbound to Fabian. Fabian has Olsen at the high post. Sends her back down to the low. Olsen comes back up. Fabian hits Olsen. Raiders go into their flex offense. Del Bianco high post. Into number 20, Maria Rowe. Her first bucket of the game. Raiders take a 2-point lead, 31-29. 2:35 to go, third quarter. Thigeson thought about a three from about 24 feet. Thought better of it, kicks it inside. She gets it back way in the left corner. Thigeson back out to Boucher. Boucher to the high post. McNally. McNally turns and is fouled. Rutland High foul called on Jessica Casarino, her third. Paige McNally goes to the line. 1 for 2 on her last trip. First one's up. No good, in and out. Wholesale substitutions coming in now on the floor. We're gonna have a fresh set of legs for Spaulding. 3 out of 5 people come in. McNally gets the ball. She's set to shoot her second. First one was no good. She's got a chance to cut it to one. Ball's up and in. 31-30. Raiders in the lead, 2:20 to go. Third quarter, man-to-man, full court pressure by Spaulding. Raiders push it, they break it easily. Switzer back to top to Fabian. Fabian pulls it back out. High post entry, Olsen. Olsen looks, finds Del Bianco on the right wing. She kicks it to Fabian. Fabian ball fake, drives it baseline, goes all the way through, one side to the other. Back to Switzer. Switcher's at the top. Foul line extended to Jordan. Ball loose, scrambling. Raiders retain it. Del Bianco back to Fabian. They reset. Fabian to Olsen. Olsen high post, looks inside, nothing. Back to the elbow. Ball stolen. Taken away by LaCours for Spaulding, and she's called for an offensive foul. The Spaulding faithful do not like it, and I think they're probably correct. I don't think Jordan Del Bianco had her feet set on that. Offensive foul, not going to change things. Del Bianco gets the charge called, much to the dismay of the Spaulding faithful. Del Bianco to inbound. Can't find anybody. Finds Fabian underneath. Fabian triple teamed, has it knocked away. Spaulding runs it down the backcourt. Controlled by McNally. McNally to Clark. Clark pushes it. Clark lets one go from the low baseline, no good. Rebound, Jordan Del Bianco, who's all over the floor in this second half. And she's fouled as she brings it up the court. Stoppage in play, foul. Emily Violette, her second. 1:20 to go. Third quarter, Raiders lead 31-30. Back and forth game. Not a lot of scoring in this quarter so far. Plenty of fouls, plenty of stoppages in play. This quarter's probably gone 22 minutes already with only 6 minutes and 40 seconds gone by. 1:15 to go. Fabian at the top. She drives, gets a screen from Olsen, lets it fly from the foul line, no good. Rebound, Thigeson. Thigeson out to Violette. Violette pushes, pulls it up. Thigeson, 20-foot, no good. 20-foot three-pointer, let it go, airballed it, and one of the Violette twins, Alicia, knocks it in. Spaulding takes their first lead of the second half. 32-31, 50 seconds to go. Fabian to Drake. Drake skip pass to Switzer. Switzer penetrates, dishes to Olsen. Olsen kicks back to Drake. 3-ball. They're going to wipe it away. It doesn't go in. 3-second call. I'm sorry. 3 seconds on Claire Olsen. 3-second call. First one of those this evening. Olsen gets a break. Spaulding to inbound. 41.8 to go. Third quarter. Spaulding 32. Rutland High 31. Raiders drop back man-to-man. Emily Violette to her sister Alicia Violette. Violette looking for Clark, finds Clark. Clark swings it to Thigeson. Thigeson in the corner to Violette. Raiders play man-to-man. Dropped in, LaCours LaCour's had a turn and shoot, and she opted to try to dish it off to Thigeson, who wasn't quite ready for it. Through the hands, out of bounds. Rutland controls with 18.6 to go, down 1, 32-31. Fabian, top of the key, right wing to Switzer. Switzer skips it to Fabian, back to Switzer, top of the circle, three-pointer on its way, no good, rebound Thigeson. 6 seconds left. Spaulding trying to get one up. Three-pointer by Clark, off the back rim, not a bad look, and it's no good, and the Spaulding Crimson Tide goes into the start of the fourth quarter with the lead, 32-31. Welcome back, fourth quarter action to begin. Rutland will inbound to get underway, trailing 32-31. Fabian at the top of the circle. Spaulding in a 2-3 zone. Switzer, right wing, back to Fabian. Fabian dribbles top of the key. Swing to Drake, left corner, back to top Fabian. Back to Switzer, right side, top of the circle Fabian. Back to Switzer. Down low to Jordan Del Bianco. Del Bianco back out top. Fabian drains a three. Rutland takes the lead, 34-32, 7:35 to go. Fourth quarter. Violet in the front court, pressured by Switzer. Down to Clark in the right-hand corner. Clark looking for Thigeson, kicks it inside to Violet. Violet has it knocked away. Thigeson back to Clark. Clark resets him. Out to Violet. Violet penetrates. Back to Sister. Kicks it to Thigeson. Foot on line for a two-pointer, no good. Good box out by Maya Drake. She controls the ball, gets fouled over the back call on number 34, Elizabeth Clark, her first. Raiders with 7:08 have the lead, 34-32 on a three-point shot by Fabian. They move the ball around real well against that 2-3 zone by Spaulding. Spaulding, 3-2 full court pressure. Broken by the Raiders. Fabian maintains control. Three ball up by Switzer, no good. Rebound Del Bianco. Del Bianco kicks it to Drake. Drake to Kavakis, thought about a three. Fabian thought about a three, dishes it off. Fabian likes the three, this one, top of the circle. Not good on that one, a little short. And we got a rebounding loose ball foul. Number 13, Maya Drake. That's going to be her first foul, I believe. Spaulding will control. And it looks like it's a 1-and-1. That sends the Spaulding Crimson Tide into the bonus. Alicia Violet will go to the line, shooting 1-and-1, a junior guard. Nate Belomo is going to call his first time out of the second half. He's asking for a 30-second timeout. Belomo has his team standing on the court, a little animated out there, but calm. And Coach Thurman Wilder has his team ready to regroup. It's 6:45 left, fourth quarter. Rutland hosting the North-South Girls Challenge. Teams involved, Rutland as the host, Essex, Spaulding, and Mount Anthony. As we get ready to bring you the Rutland High Raider boys, tip-off set to start approximately 7 o'clock this evening, and they're hosting Spaulding as well. Elizabeth Clark at the line for Spaulding. Chance to tie. First one's up and rattles in and out, no good. Controlled by Kavakis. Kavakis to Switzer. Switzer takes it up to the point. Spaulding goes back man-to-man. Kavakis left side. Del Bianco right elbow. Looks inside, no good. Left elbow to Fabian. Fabian back to Drake. Drake ball fakes, gets inside lane, and she's called for traveling. A little hop step, good call by the officials. Excellent ball fake. Tried to get it on the floor to go, and she just kind of took a little skip step. Thigeson to inbound. Emily Violet will bring it up. Rutland goes man-to-man. Alicia Violet left wing. Caitlin Boucher on the right wing. Boucher has it, looks inside. Thigeson, 3-second call against Spaulding's Brittany Laskowski. Katie Thigeson had great low post position. They got it to her, and a 3-second call puts a big turnover on the shoulders of Spaulding. Back to Rutland High. Fabian controls, behind the back dribble, through the legs. Finds Switzer. Switzer directing traffic from the front, top of the key. Swings it to Drake. Drake looking to Del Bianco, right wing. Del Bianco swings to Fabian. Fabian, patient. Back to Kavakis, right side, fakes a three. Over to Switzer, top of the circle on the left. Swings it to Drake. Thought about a three. Ball fake. Kavakis, right wing. Ball fake drive. She goes to the basket, lays it up, no good. Gets her own rebound. She has it, and she goes to the basket, and she is fouled by number 32, Alicia Violette. Faith Kavakis is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Both teams now in the bonus. 5:35 to go, fourth quarter. Raiders lead 35-32. Faith Kavakis at the line. She'll get 2. Kavakis launches it short, front rim, no good. She'll get another crack at it. It's Fabian, Del Bianco, Drake, Kavakis, and Switzer on the court for Rutland right now. They get their lead extended to 35-32. 5:35 to go, fourth quarter. Thygesen inbounds. Violet to bring it up. Twin sister Violet left wing. Thygesen posts up down low. Violet looks, drives baseline, no good. It's knocked away by Fabian. Fabian, the ball was controlled by, I missed that call. Holding call on Spaulding. I missed who the foul was called upon. Jordan Del Bianco goes to the line. She's got a chance to extend the Raider lead with 5:21 to go, fourth quarter. 35-32 Raiders. Jordan Del Bianco has been the energy source for the Rutland Raider girls here in the second half. I'm not even sure if she's actually had a break. She eyes her first shot. No good, right rim. Rebound controlled by Spaulding. Here comes Boucher. Boucher in the front court. Swings it to Violet. Violet looks inside. Thygesen. Ball fake, turns, left side, lays it in. 35-34 Spaulding. Spaulding backs off the full court pressure. Fabian up in the front court. Switzer on the right wing. Back to Fabian. Fabian swings to Drake. Back to Fabian top. Right wing Switzer. Switzer inside to Kavakis. Kavakis pressured by 3 people. Kicks it back out. Top of the circle. Back to the right wing. That's a 2-point shot by Switzer. It is good. 37-34 with 4:42 to go. Right wing. Spaulding inside dish to number 14 McNally. Trading baskets. 37-36. 4:32 to go. Fabian in the front court to Kavakis. Kavakis to Drake. Drake over the top, back to Kavakis on a little give and go with a back screen. Good looking play. Didn't quite get it, was knocked away by McNally. Raiders will control. Spaulding goes 2-3 zone in the inbound. Raiders under their own basket. Del Bianco up to Drake. Drake to Switzer. Switzer lets it go. 2-pointer from a 15-foot baseline shot. 39-36 Raiders, 4:13 to go. Spaulding patiently working the ball. Inside pass. They drop it into McNally. McNally turns and is fouled immediately. Fouled Jordan Del Bianco. Before any shot was attempted, McNally goes to the line to shoot 1-1 in the bonus. We have 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. Raiders lead 39-36. Clark checks back in for Spaulding, gives Alicia Violette a breather. McNally at the line, 1-1. First one is no good. Ball is batted around, controlled by Switzer. Switzer dribbling, double teamed in the backcourt, finds Kavakis. Back to Switzer. Switzer lets it fly up to Drake. Drake back to Switzer. Switzer one dribble, 3-pointer, right side, no good. Ball's run down and it gets out of bounds. Drake made a run after it couldn't get to it. With 3:49 to go, fourth quarter. Spaulding trailing by 3. Olsen checks back into the game for Drake. It's Olsen, Del Bianco, Kavakis, Switzer, and Fabian for the Raiders. They set up man-to-man. Thygesen to inbound to Violette. Violet takes it up toward the midcourt circle. Spaulding has it spread out, double high post, double screen for Violette. Doesn't get it. Kicks it back out to Thygesen for a long 3, short front rim. Switzer with the rebound, off to Fabian. Fabian slows it down. Switzer on the right wing. Switzer back to Fabian. Fabian left side to Kavakis, down the baseline. Jordan Del Bianco, nice pass inside to Claire Olsen. Olsen's fouled. They call an offensive foul. Oh, traveling, thank you. They call a travel on Claire Olsen. 3:23 to go. Spaulding, ice cold. Haven't had a bucket in about 2 minutes. They have an opportunity now to cut into this lead. They're down 3, 39-36, 3:15 to go. LaCour is inside, fouled on the floor by Olsen. Megan LaCour is going to go to the line to shoot 2. 3:13 to go. LaCour has a chance to cut into the lead. They're down 3. Time is on the Raiders' side right now. They're clinging to this 3-point lead. They had a 25-23 lead at the half. LaCour's first shot of the 1-on-1 is no good. Controlled by Del Bianco. Del Bianco has it knocked away. She scrambles, recovers it. Back to Kavakis. Kavakis to the point guard, Fabian. Fabian slows him down. Over to Switzer on the right wing. Back to Fabian. Fakes the 3. Kavakis. Inside. Back out to Fabian. Fabian to Switzer. Back to Fabian. 2:48 to go. Coach Belomo calls full timeout, trying to settle his troops down. We'll come back after a 1-minute break. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action to begin. Rutland will inbound to get underway, trailing 32-31. Fabian at the top of the circle. Spaulding in a 2-3 zone. Switzer, right wing, back to Fabian. Fabian dribbles top of the key. Swing to Drake, left corner, back to top, Fabian. Back to Switzer, right side, top of the circle, Fabian. Back to Switzer. Down low to Jordan Del Bianco. Del Bianco back out top. Fabian drains the 3. Rutland takes the lead, 34-32, 7:35 to go. Fourth quarter. Violet in the front court. Pressured by Switzer. Down to Clark in the right-hand corner. Clark looking for Thygeson, kicks it inside to Violet. Violet has it knocked away. Thygeson back to Clark. Clark resets him. Out to Violet. Violet penetrates. Back to Sister. Kicks it to Thygeson. Foot on line for a 2-pointer, no good. Good box out by Maya Drake. She controls the ball, gets fouled over the back call on number 34, Elizabeth Clark, her first. Raiders with 7:08 have the lead, 34-32 on a 3-point shot by Fabian. They move the ball around real well against that 2-3 zone by Spaulding. Spaulding, 3-2 full court pressure. Broken by the Raiders. Fabian maintains control. 3-ball up by Switzer. No good. Rebound Del Bianco. Del Bianco kicks it to Drake. Drake to Kavakis, thought about a 3. Fabian thought about a 3. Dishes it off. Fabian likes the 3. This one, top of the circle. Not good on that one. A little short. And we got a rebounding loose ball foul. Number 13, Maya Drake. That's going to be her first foul, I believe. Spaulding will control. And it looks like it's a 1-and-1. That sends the Spaulding Crimson Tide into the bonus. Alicia Violet will go to the line, shooting 1-and-1, a junior guard. Nate Belomo is going to call his first timeout of the second half. He's asking for a 30-second timeout. Belomo has his team standing on the court, a little animated out there, but calm. And Coach Thurman Wilder has his team ready to regroup. It's 6:45 left, fourth quarter. Rutland hosting the North-South Girls Challenge. Teams involved, Rutland as the host, Essex, Spaulding, and Mount Anthony. As we get ready to bring you the Rutland High Raider boys. Tip-off set to start approximately 7 o'clock this evening, and they're hosting Spaulding as well. Elizabeth Clark at the line for Spaulding. Chance to tie. First one's up. And rattles in and out, no good. Controlled by Kavakis. Kavakis to Switzer. Switzer takes it up to the point. Spaulding goes back man-to-man. Kavakis, left side. Del Bianco, right elbow. Looks inside, no good. Left elbow to Fabian. Fabian back to Drake. Drake ball fakes, gets inside lane, and she's called for traveling. A little hop step, good call by the officials. Excellent ball fake. Tried to get it on the floor to go, and she just kind of took a little skip step. Thygesen to inbound. Emily Violette will bring it up. Rutland goes man-to-man. Alicia Violette left wing. Caitlin Boucher on the right wing. Boucher has it, looks inside. Thygesen, 3-second call against Spaulding's Brittany Laskowski. Katie Thygesen had great low post position. They got it to her, and a 3-second call puts a big turnover on the shoulders of Spaulding. Back to Rutland High. Fabian controls, behind the back dribble, through the legs. Finds Switzer. Switzer directing traffic from the front, top of the key. Swings it to Drake. Drake looking to Del Bianco, right wing. Del Bianco swings to Fabian. Fabian patient. Back to Kavakis, right side, fakes a 3. Over to Switzer, top of the circle on the left. Swings it to Drake. Thought about a 3. Ball fake. Kavakis, right wing. Ball fake drive. She goes to the basket, lays it up, no good. Gets her own rebound. She has it, and she goes to the basket, and she is fouled by number 32, Alicia Violette. Faith Kavakis is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Both teams now in the bonus. 5:35 to go, fourth quarter. Raiders lead 35-32. Faith Kavakis at the line. She'll get 2. Kavakis launches it short, front rim, no good. She'll get another crack at it. It's Fabian, Del Bianco, Drake, Kavakis, and Switzer on the court for Rutland right now. They get their lead extended to 35-32. 5:35 to go, fourth quarter. Thygesen inbounds. Violet to bring it up. Twin sister Violet left wing. Thygesen posts up down low. Violet looks, drives baseline, no good. It's knocked away by Fabian. Fabian, the ball was controlled by, I missed that call. Holding call on Spaulding. I missed who the foul was called upon. Jordan Del Bianco goes to the line. She's got a chance to extend the Raider lead with 5:21 to go, fourth quarter. 35-32 Raiders. Jordan Del Bianco has been the energy source for the Rutland Raider girls here in the second half. I'm not even sure if she's actually had a break. She eyes her first shot. No good, right rim. Rebound controlled by Spaulding. Here comes Boucher. Boucher in the front court. Swings it to Violet. Violet looks inside. Thygesen. Ball fake, turns, left side, lays it in. 35-34 Spaulding. Spaulding backs off the full court pressure. Fabian up in the front court. Switzer on the right wing. Back to Fabian. Fabian swings to Drake. Back to Fabian top. Right wing Switzer. Switzer inside to Kavakis. Kavakis pressured by 3 people. Kicks it back out. Top of the circle. Back to the right wing. That's a 2-point shot by Switzer. It is good. 37-34 with 4:42 to go. Right wing. Spaulding inside dish to number 14 McNally. Trading baskets. 37-36. 4:32 to go. Fabian in the front court to Kavakis. Kavakis to Drake. Drake over the top, back to Kavakis on a little give and go with a back screen. Good looking play. Didn't quite get it, was knocked away by McNally. Raiders will control. Spaulding goes 2-3 zone in the inbound. Raiders under their own basket. Del Bianco up to Drake. Drake to Switzer. Switzer lets it go. 2-pointer from a 15-foot baseline shot. 39-36 Raiders, 4:13 to go. Spaulding patiently working the ball. Inside pass. They drop it into McNally. McNally turns and is fouled immediately. Foul, Jordan Del Bianco. Before any shot was attempted, McNally goes to the line to shoot 1-1 in the bonus. We have 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. Raiders lead 39-36. Clark checks back in for Spaulding, gives Alicia Violette a breather. McNally at the line, 1-1. First one is no good. Ball is batted around, controlled by Switzer. Switzer dribbling, double teamed in the backcourt, finds Kavakis. Back to Switzer. Switzer lets it fly up to Drake. Drake back to Switzer. Switzer one dribble, 3-pointer, right side, no good. Ball's run down and it gets out of bounds. Drake made a run after it couldn't get to it. With 3:49 to go, fourth quarter, Spaulding trailing by 3. Olsen checks back into the game for Drake. It's Olsen, Del Bianco, Kavakis, Switzer, and Fabian for the Raiders. They set up man-to-man. Thigeson to inbound to Violet. Violet takes it up toward the midcourt circle. Spaulding has it spread out, double high post, double screen for Violet. Doesn't get it. Kicks it back out to Thigeson for a long 3, short, front rim. Switzer with the rebound, off to Fabian. Fabian slows it down. Switzer on the right wing. Switzer back to Fabian. Fabian left side to Kavakis, down the baseline. Jordan Del Bianco, nice pass inside to clear Olsen. Olsen's fouled. They call an offensive foul. Oh, traveling, thank you. They call a travel on Claire Olsen. 3:23 to go. Spaulding, ice cold. Haven't had a bucket in about 2 minutes. They have an opportunity now to cut into this lead. They're down 3, 39-36, 3:15 to go. LaCour is inside, fouled on the floor by Olsen. Megan LaCour is going to go to the line to shoot 2. 3:13 to go. LaCour has a chance to cut into the lead. They're down 3. Time is on the Raiders' side right now. They're clinging to this 3-point lead. They had a 25-23 lead at the half. LaCour's first shot of the 1-on-1 is no good. Controlled by Del Bianco. Del Bianco has it knocked away. She scrambles, recovers it. Back to Kavakis. Kavakis to the point guard, Fabian. Fabian slows him down. Over to Switzer on the right wing. Back to Fabian. Fakes the 3. Kavakis. Inside. Back out to Fabian. Fabian to Switzer. Back to Fabian. 2:48 to go. Coach Belomo calls full timeout. Trying to settle his troops down. We'll come back after a 1-minute break. We're back after a 60-second timeout by Coach Belomo. Raiders to inbound at the midcourt line. Kavakis throws it into Fabian. Fabian penetrates, pulls it back out. Harassed by Clark. Clark with pressure and it's turned over. Violet on the steal. Lays it in. We're down. We got a 1-point ball game. 39-38, 2:33 to go. Switzer, man-to-man full court pressure handled by Switzer and the Raiders. Down to Kavakis. Kavakis looks to the low block, nothing. Fabian looks for a 3, short, no good. Rebound LaCour's. LaCour's to Clark. Clark sends it back to point guard, Emily Violet. 2:15 to go, Spaulding down 1. Turnover by the Spaulding Crimson Tide. Clark, nobody near her, and she just got a little antsy. Took steps before she put the ball on the floor. Raiders gonna control the backcourt. Jordan Del Bianco to inbound against full court man-to-man pressure. Fabian takes it, harassed by Clark. Fabian dribbles to the right side. Double teamed, kicks it out to Switzer. Switzer ball fake, back to Fabian. Fabian to Del Bianco. Del Bianco to Kavakis. Back to Switzer. Switzer pulls it out, sends it to the left wing to Kavakis. Kavakis has Olsen fighting inside of position, kicks it to Del Bianco. Del Bianco loses it. Scramble for the ball. And we have a whistle. Foul called, number 23, Caitlin Boucher. Loose ball foul. That's going to send Faith Kavakis to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. 1:48 to go, fourth quarter. Raiders 39, Crimson Tide 38. Coach Belomo consulting with one of the officials, trying to get clarification on what just happened. He's got the advantage. His player goes to the line. Kavakis misses. Free throws, not a strength of the Raiders at this point in time. 1:47 to go. Ball knocked out of bounds. Spaulding with a chance to take the lead. Rutland settles back into a man-to-man. Violet at the top. Swings it to the right side. Right side, Boucher. It's stolen by Jordan Del Bianco. Surprise there. Del Bianco's all over the floor in the second half. Sparking the Red Raiders. And a reach-in foul, number 34, Elizabeth Clark. That's going to send Lauren Fabian to the line. Double bonus. Fabian's going to get 2. 1:32 to go, fourth quarter. 39-38 lead, Raiders. Fabian eyes it. It's good. First one. 2-point lead, 40-38. Fabian's going to get another one. Thurman Wilder encouraging his Crimson Tide team to keep playing. Second shot up and good by Fabian. It's a 3-point lead. 1:31 to go. 41-38. Lady Raiders. Violet, top of the circle. Finds Clark in the left corner. Clark kicks it to Boucher. Back to Clark. 3-ball. Almost. Scrambling for the ball underneath. Ball's going to be controlled by the Raiders. One of the Spaulding players had her hand on the ball with her foot on the line. Del Bianco inbounds. Fabian. Fabian right corner in the backcourt. Pushes it up. Off to Switzer. Switzer kicks it. Keeps it. Now kicks it to Fabian. Fabian, left wing Kavakis. Left corner Del Bianco. Del Bianco looks inside. Finds Olsen. Olsen one-on-one. Kicks it back to Switzer. Switzer out by the midcourt stripe. Double team coming. 5-second call. Good man-to-man defense, and they sent a second player to double team the ball, caused a 5-second call. Switzer got caught dribbling. 49.5 seconds to go. 41-38 Raiders. Violet at the midcourt circle, crosses midcourt. Double screen for Violet. She drives the lane, knocks it up. It's good. Lays it in, and there's a foul on the play. Emily Violet goes to the basket, draws a foul on Jordan Del Bianco. That's the second or third time Coach Wilder set that double screen at the high post foul line extended area for the point guard. She ran it through, no help defense. And Emily Violet at the line with 40 seconds to go. Chance to tie, no good. Ball controlled by Jordan Del Bianco. Called for the foul 2 seconds ago. She boxes out, gets the rebound, draws a foul on number 12, Katie Thigeson. Jordan's going to have a chance to extend the lead for the Raiders as she goes to the line in the double bonus. She'll get 2. 38.6 seconds left. Raiders 41. Crimson Tide 40. Del Bianco, first shot is away. Got it. 42-40. Del Bianco a chance to extend it to 3. It's Del Bianco, Fabian, Switzer, Olsen, and Kavakis on the floor for the Raiders. Second shot, up and away. She's got it. Jordan Del Bianco knocks it in, knocks both of them in. She gives the Raiders a 3-point lead, 35 seconds to go. Violet dribbling at the top of the circle. Kicks it, wide open Clark in the corner. Clark passed up a 3. Coach Wilder calls a timeout. Full timeout, Spaulding, 28.5 seconds. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Keefe Gym. Spaulding trailing by 3, 43-40, 28.5 seconds left. Spaulding at their own end, inbounding. Violet, top of the circle, swings it. Thigeson, 3-ball to tie. She's got it from the left wing. It's 43-43, 21 seconds left. Raiders inbound, quick timeout called by Coach Nate Belomo. Coach Thurman Wilder called a timeout with 24 seconds roughly to go. He set up a play with his team, got the inbounder go off a double screen from one side of the court to the next, and Katie Thigeson drains her first 3 of the half, ties the ball game at 43 with 19.5 seconds left. Back to the Keefe Gym, fourth quarter action. Raiders 43, Crimson Tide of Spaulding 43, 17 seconds to go. Fabian, top of the circle, dishes off to Switzer, Switzer to Kavakis. Major traffic inside. Kavakis swings it. Switzer, 3-ball, top of the circle. Nothing but net with 4 seconds left. 3-point lead. You hear the horn. I think Spaulding got a timeout. Let's get an official word from the officials. I think they're going to put some time back on the clock. What a great play designed by Nate Belomo. To clarify, full timeout. Coach Thurman Wilder just tied the game on a 3-pointer by his top scorer, Katie Thigeson, from the wing. She tied the game at 43. Coach Belomo calls a timeout, sets a play. The Raiders inbound right in front of their bench. All kinds of traffic inside the lane as I believe it was Fabian looking down in there. They run the play. Switzer comes off a double screen from the low block and comes to the top of the circle. I can't remember who shot that 3 now. Was it Switzer or Kavakis? I think it was Switzer. Excellent play, good execution. Belomo calmly called the timeout. His kids came out and executed exactly what he wanted. Before the shot went up, Belomo had his fist in the air, and he knew they got the shot they wanted. Here we go, 1 second left. Spaulding to inbound. Man-to-man, Violet gets a look from 3. Gets it away, no chance. No basket. The ball hit the backboard, hit the staging up above. Did it go in after that? I saw it hit the cables above the basket, and I knew it was out of play, so I didn't even continue to look. But apparently it dropped through the hoop. The Spaulding faithful were thinking about overtime, but the officials waved it off. The final here in game 1, or probably game 2 of the Rutland High hosting the North-South Girls Tournament. Raiders 46, Spaulding 43 in a thriller. That sends the Raiders to 2-1, and Spaulding Crimson Tide drops to 0-3. A nice battle here. Game went back and forth through the second half. Raiders prevail. Again, Nate Belomo's Lady Raiders 46, Spaulding 43.